What are you accomplishing? How do you disrupt an industry? How do you become somebody that people want to follow? You unapologetically be yourself. And if you happen to have a business model that works and you happen to genuinely care about people and you happen to be fearless, like, okay, they're going to say whatever they're going to say. And? Okay, congratulations. What do I care? What do you care? What does it matter? How does their opinion affect you? It doesn't. I didn't think it did. It doesn't in any capacity, correct? No, it doesn't. Okay, good. Good to know. So it's getting you to understand, at the end of the day, man, what are we doing here? What are we trying to accomplish? So I think we need to understand that moving forward, and we need to think about how do I utilize social media to build my brand and build my business. All right, guys, welcome to Pick Money, the podcast, episode 63. I appreciate y'all jumping on. What I want to talk to you about today, and I'm a guy that lived without it and lives with it now, right? When I started my business at the age of 18, there was not social media. And people have always asked me if there was one thing that you wish you had then. I'm like, that's easy, dude. Social media. Like, what blows me away when I started in insurance in 2008 was that was my waste management. I wasn't recruiting anybody. So I wouldn't have really used social media anyway. I mean, we did use social media, don't get me wrong, and we did a really good job in lead gen on social media, but I wasn't, so that was, we had plenty of leads, we had plenty of marketing, but it wasn't nationally, it wasn't the powerful force that it becomes when you're building something across the country or building your own brand. So life insurance was the first experience I had with, you know what, you can reach out to everybody in the world, but obviously we're a national company, and be able to find, message, market, get in front of, and it's so crazy how many people build their business in silence. They build it in complete silence. They're working hard a lot of times. They want to scale it. They want to build their brand. And social media gives you the opportunity to tell your story, to talk about what you're doing, what you're not doing, what's happening, what's good, what's bad, you know, what sets you apart, what's your competitive market advantage. It allows you to go ahead and post so the people that work their jobs all day long see you have a part-time opportunity. It gives you an opportunity to post where somebody might be in the industry you're in or you're joining. And so many people don't do it. When you look at, I don't care who they are. Give me any, and I don't follow them. So if you're like, do you know this one? You know that one? All these influencers, I don't know. I know some by default just because. I might know one because I'm like, I know that dude. He's in the NFL, and his girlfriend's an influencer. I might know that because I just might know him by that in that dynamic. But what I will tell you is they didn't give a shit. They were fearless. They lived their lives, posted their shit, and did not care. They didn't give a fuck about nothing. And then you get most everybody else. And I always laugh and like, I can't believe they got successful. I'm like, well, you are terrified of everything everybody's going to say. And they had this ability to talk about their lives, share everything, post everything, and they didn't give a shit what people thought. So when you're building a brand and you're thinking, because here's the measuring stick. When you're thinking about what people will think, are you thinking about your consumers and the people that might be your business partners, or are you thinking about the haters? See, we go post them, I don't go like, I wonder what the idiots that don't like me will say. I already know what they're going to say. Something stupid from an anonymous account. Not from themselves, from some bullshit. I already know what they're going to say. What do I care? What does that matter to me? But if my consumer or my business partners, I'm thinking about, will this help build my brand? Do people know what I'm doing? Do they know what I'm involved in? Do they know the business I just got into? Are they aware of what's happening? And the ironic thing is most of the time they're not. But we can't get people to understand all you should be using that for is to communicate your message. And your message is your message. It's not everybody else's. You need to figure out who you are, what sets you apart, and why work or be a client of yours. If you're selling a product and I potentially am a client for that product, why get involved with you and purchase it through you? If you are an attorney, why work with you as opposed to everybody else? If you're a physical therapist, why work with you over everybody else? If you're a primary care physician, like why are you not thinking that way for you, regardless of what business you're in? If you're a sales associate in a business and you're independent, you're building a business, why are you not utilizing social media? Well, I don't know what to say. No, it's not that you don't know what to say. You don't know what to say to not make people not talk shit about you. Who gives a shit? What do you care? When I got into business for myself, I stopped worrying about what everybody thought that wasn't a stakeholder in what I was doing. Of course I thought people at my job would think it was stupid. I knew they wouldn't say it to my face. I knew each and every one of them. Because I'd have gone back to that UPS building if they talked shit directly. And I would have talked to them about it directly. But I wasn't thinking about, oh my God, what if they do? What if they don't? Do people know who you are and what you're doing? And when you unwrap what the people that are big on social media do or the influencers do, they just live their life fearlessly. They're who they are. They're transparent. You don't have to guess at who they are. I'm sure some are full of shit. I don't know a lot of them. I'm just saying some full of shit. What's the thing we like to watch the most in the world now? Reality TV. Because we just want to know how fucked up everybody's life is. We want to be part of it. We enjoy it. Everybody, I've watched it. Like you're like, I would never watch it. I start watching it. You're like, dude, you keep watching it. The reality is that they're unapologetically themselves. You should be unapologetically yourself. That's what you should do. And when you do that, it doesn't matter what people say. Everybody, once social media was created, became a tough guy behind a keyboard from their mom's house across the country. Okay. Whatever, dude. And you're going to stop, you're going to not post because a classmate of yours who doesn't make, and maybe he makes money or she makes money. Still doesn't matter. They're not a stakeholder in your life. But winners don't tend to hate on winners. Losers hate on winners. That's why they're losers. It doesn't mean they're worse people or better people. That's not my job to judge. But in the game of being successful and having a track record of success, and they're not winning, they hate people winning. Winners don't hate other winners. They're like, dude, I understand because I'm a winner too. And winners, real winners don't listen to losers anyway. That was always my line to everybody. What's your name again? And I play ball, I'd be like, you did it. I'm like, is he on the team? Like he's in the uniform. He don't ever play. I'm like, are you on the team? What's your name again? Do you imagine being so irrelevant that I don't even know you? Like this is high school. This is college. I don't even know you. You won't get to yell, bro. Nobody even knows who you are. If 8 of these dudes get hurt, they still ain't going to put you in because you lose as it pertains to this sport in this game. You ain't no good. You ain't never going to play. So do this all you want, bro. You're still going to be the dude losing sitting at the end of the bench. Why the other people get to play? Why would you care? What are you accomplishing? How do you disrupt an industry? How do you become somebody that people want to follow? You unapologetically be yourself. And if you happen to have a business model that works and you happen to genuinely care about people and you happen to be fearless, like, okay, they're going to say whatever they're going to say. And? Okay, congratulations. What do I care? What do you care? What does it matter? How does their opinion affect you? It doesn't. I didn't think it did. It doesn't in any capacity, correct? No, it doesn't. Okay, good. Good to know. So it's getting you to understand, at the end of the day, man, what are we doing here? What are we trying to accomplish? So I think we need to understand that moving forward, and we need to think about how do I utilize social media to build my brand and build my business. Number one, it doesn't cost you anything. For you to post something, post a reel, post in your story, to post anything, it costs you nothing. You can do it with your phone. You can take the video and the picture with your phone. It doesn't cost you a damn thing to do it. but what does it cost you not to do it? And a lot of it, what bothers me is haters crippling people that don't bother nobody. And as soon as somebody posts something, they get whacked around. They're like, I'm just done. I'm just done. I'm not gonna. I don't want to. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm like, dude, screw them. What do you care, bro? What does that even matter? So, how much should you post? Try it, and be unapologetic about everything. Likes, comments. You don't buy any of this stuff. Just live it, and see how it works itself out. I've done it the wrong way in the past. It don't work anyway. And people would talk to you like, why did I do that? That was stupid. That's not who I am. I'm just going to post my content. Whoever likes it, comments on it, does it. If they do, they do. They don't, they don't. If some of the stuff that doesn't get a lot the traction that the other ones get, then people didn't like it. Fine. Maybe I really liked it and they didn't. So maybe I just do it again anyway. I don't give a shit. What am I trying to accomplish with my brand? If everything I put out, have fun, live your life, do personal stuff. I'm not saying don't do that. But at the end of the day, you can't build a business without talking to people about your business. You don't get to pick and choose the audience of, well, I'll talk to these 3 people because they're not going to give me any shit. I'll talk to everybody. Let them all give me shit. People told me I was stupid when I got behind my back to other people, that I was dumb for leaving my job in real estate, and that's how I made $1 million real quick. Then they told me I was dumb for getting a waste management behind my back because the industry was already very saturated and I couldn't break in with the companies, and I got the biggest company in the country to buy me. That worked out pretty good. Then insurance, when I worked for a company, everybody loved me. Then when I left, they're like, he's so stupid for leaving. I left and built a company that's 12 times bigger than that company. I don't know, but the entire time I gave literally fucking $0 what everybody thought. There wasn't one part of me that's like, I wonder what those people think. I'm like, I don't care what they think in any capacity. I'm going to win. I'm going to drown them in my success, and their misery is going to freaking magnify. And the more they talk shit anonymously, post comments, the more I'm going to shove it up there. Literally, I'm not going to stop. I'm talking to you this way today with this passion because it breaks my heart that people are paralyzed. They're paralyzed. What do you think about this video? I did it like 12 times. Just post it, dude. It doesn't look, so what? It doesn't look perfect. I got it. Should I have said that? I don't know. Put it on there. See what happens. What do you think people are going to think? I don't know what they're going to think. Are you worried about what your consumers and your business partners will think? That's a valid concern. Or are you worried about what the people are going to hate no matter what you put up there are going to say? You worried about your classmate from back in the day? It's going to unfollow you because of be unapologetically you. I don't judge people. I don't get that mad about it. I don't go, and if somebody's like, man, you talk a lot about your faith. I'm like, because I have a deep faith. Are you insinuating that I shouldn't? No, I was just wondering. I'm like, I'm not going to avoid topics to see if I don't make people upset. I don't mad for what you believe or don't believe, and I am not the one to judge you. It ain't my job. But I'm not changing what I talk about, what I say, or what I feel to make sure that I don't upset you or that I don't make you uncomfortable. I'm not doing that. That's crazy. I am who I am. Good, bad, or indifferent with all the imperfections, just like everybody else. So are you. So be fearlessly passionate about sharing with the world, whether it's 100 followers, 100,000, who gives a shit, sharing with the world who you are, what you stand for, what you believe in, and what you're doing to help other people have success in whatever business you're in. And don't do it with 1 ounce of worrying about what your detractors or haters will say. They will say it's dumb behind your back, or they might post it from their account on there. If you want to argue with them, you can. It's up to you. I don't know there's any money in that either, but whatever. But you have to do it and remove all that fear, because you're trying to get other people to remove the fears they have in their lives. Job, making a change, moving, talking to their boss about a promotion. They want to be fearless. I think if you could ask, I've never seen a study on this, I think if you could ask people, there's one thing they'd like to get rid of that they're dealing with on a daily basis, it would be the fears they have. Whatever those fears are. And They wish they could get rid of those fears. And I'm telling you, I promise you, it's an amazing way to live when you're like, I have a healthy fear of the Lord, and I do. And that's it. If I live the best I can in his image and you don't like it, so be it. I make mistakes. I'll say things I shouldn't say. I try to get better, or I'll ask for forgiveness. I am. But that's the only judge I'm going to have. Period. So, and you got to remember, nobody screams and yells and taunts or talks shit about people losing. So be happy when people are frustrated about what you're doing. You're doing something. You're on your way to winning. And winning freaks losers out. It sends them over the edge. They don't even know how to begin to handle it. So they get defensive, annoyed, and they lash out with frustration and anger. And their anger really is with themselves, but they take it out on you. Who do you think you are? Look what he's trying to do. Look how stupid that is. I bet that's a scam, whatever he's doing. No matter what you're doing, screw it. Just keep moving. Come up with a great plan. Come up with a consistent posting schedule where people can follow you. Don't spend a bunch of money. You don't need to hire anybody when you start. You start doing that. You start watching the analytics yourself, which you can do. And then you start watching what other people are doing to have success, but continue to be who you are and let the world know your imperfections, your life, your own reality TV through your social media. People will watch. And if you're doing something, they will show up. And it's a marathon, not a sprint. So don't get overwhelmed with how many watched on this day or that day. You're going to be fine. However many people watch it or comment on it does not dictate your self-worth. It's just social media. And take it as such. But get rid of those fears. I appreciate y'all. If you have any questions, you send them in the comment section. I'll answer them next week. And I appreciate y'all. Have a great day.